Hello everyone, my name is Alexis May B. Mamrel from Bachelor of Elementary Education Block 1, and for today we are going to discuss about the importance of ecosystems. But before we get to the importance of ecosystems, let's start with what is an ecosystem. So an ecosystem is a community of interacting organisms and their environment. Living things interact with each other and also with non-living things like soil, water, and air. Ecosystems often contain many living things and can be as small as your backyard or as large as the ocean. So an ecosystem is a very important thing in our life because it helps us, just like us, since we are a living thing and we need the living thing or the living life sources that the ecosystem has, like for instance, crop fields and many more. So, an ecosystem is a community of interacting organisms and their environment. Many people only think of animals when they learn of ecosystems, but in reality, an ecosystem has animals, plants, and non-living things too. Animals need to hide inside rocks and dead trees. Water is needed to drink, and some animals live in the water. Air is a non-living part of an ecosystem as well. All animals need air. Some ecosystems provide special services for the entire world. For example, even though rainforests only cover 6% of Earth, they produce about 40% of the oxygen in the atmosphere through photosynthesis. Other ecosystems produce food, medicine, and helpful materials like rubber and lumber. So we know that ecosystem has many things that helps us to survive, just like the air, the water, and so much more. But it's not only for us humans, but also for animals, plants, and non-living things too. So that is why we have the ecosystem, which is part of our life. So let's discuss about what are the types of ecosystems, and I'll show some examples of what ecosystems are. Like for instance, there's natural terrestrial, which are the grassland, forest, and desert. And there are also natural or the aquatic, which is marine or oceans, freshwater, and lakes. And we also have artificial or man-made, which is the aquarium and the crop field. We also have two main components of an ecosystem, and these are abiotic components and biotic components. So when we say abiotic components, all non-living thing components of an ecosystem, including air, water, light, soil, rocks, minerals, and nutrients, are examples of abiotic components. And in biotic components, we have all living components of an ecosystem, including producers, consumers, and decomposers, are examples of biotic components. Okay, and then the next one is the three roles. So each living thing in an ecosystem has a role to play as a producer, a consumer, or a decomposer. Green plants are producers. They make their own food through a process called photosynthesis. Animals, including humans, are consumers. They eat or consume plants or other animals. Bacteria and other living things that are caused by decay are decomposers. Decomposers break down the waste products and dead tissue of plants and animals. They return nutrients to the soil where new plants grow. The way that producers, consumers, and decomposers provide nutrients for one another is called nutrition. So the three roles is the producer, consumer, or decomposer. And when we use these three, it's more like a circle of life for all of us, which includes the life sources that we need, which is called the food chain. So now, the next one is, why is the ecosystem important? So the importance of the ecosystems in our lives is that it cleans our water, purify our air, maintain our soil, regulate the climate, recycle nutrients, and provide us with food. They provide raw materials and resources for medicines and other purposes. They're at the foundation of all civilization and sustain our economies. They also provide habitats to wild plants and animals, promotes various food chains and food webs, controls ecological processes, and promotes lives. So that is the reason why the ecosystem is very important for us, because it gives us the life source that we need in order for us to survive in the world that we are living in. So that is all for my discussion, and thank you for watching.